Namaste, Namo Himalaya to all creators around the world. Uh, Merry Christmas to you all, and a very happy full moon that is actually open right today. It's been open for the past maybe 48 hours or so, and we have around 72 hours left. So we've got probably around 3 days or something like that, where these energies will be extremely vibrant. We're not actually direct at this moment in time while I'm making this live. Those of you who watch the replay over the next 72 hours, it probably would be fully wide open right now, but we're very, very close to it. And we need to pay close attention to this one because it's full moon in Cancer. We've got a cold full moon. What does it mean? How may it affect our energies or our manifestations? Are there any things that we need to look out for in terms of our energies, and how to protect our energies, and so on and so forth? We're going to cover all of that in this live session. Now, in this live session, like I said, I haven't been live for quite a few weeks now, so I just decided to come here live and address all these issues for you guys. And meanwhile, I'm able to see some of the comments come in so I can answer some of the questions at the same time. I think we've got around 400 people tuned in right now from around the world. Let us know inside the comments where, what city, what country you guys are tuned in from. Some of you may have seen from my Instagram that I am here in the UK right now, the sunny England. And so you see, I'm dressed very warm here. And just to surprise my family for this Christmas, I think I'll be heading back to Dubai in a couple of days' time. So let us know where you guys are tuning from, especially if you are in the UK. We are not going to be doing any meet and greet this time because of time, but hopefully soon we'll be able to put a big event back in London sometime soon. I see people from Malaysia, people from India, people from Thailand, all people around the world. I was just talking about you with some friends, Zanira said. Welcome, welcome. Dane from Scotland. Lots of love from Liverpool. Sharon from where I was born, Liverpool. And Liverpool are actually playing football, I think in an hour's time or something like that. So I'm going to be watching the match, I think. We've got some other people from London. Welcome, welcome, people from Canada and Los Angeles. Welcome, welcome, everybody. So, like I said today, happy full moon to you all. It's 26. It's a very good day for that, actually. And it's a very good day and very good days for manifestations. Moving through December and moving into January is very good for manifestations. However, there are some things that we need to pay close attention to, especially with the way the planets and the stars and everything is aligned right now. So, if you have a pen and paper, we're going to get into it straight away. So, first of all, what does this mean while this full moon is open? Well, we also need to address that we had a Mercury retrograde that was towards the second week of this month. So, there might be, let me know inside the comments or the chat if you can agree or relate to what I'm saying here. There may have been some confusion happening here or there, right? If confused is kind of like a theme, of challenges for people, whether it's confused between you and miscommunication between you and your loved ones, people falling out a little bit of disagreements or arguments happening here and there. And yeah, some things like that. If you can relate to that over the past couple of weeks, then you are not alone. We have all been feeling it. You will say something to someone, and other people will get a complete different idea of what you said. Things may be blown a little bit out of proportion. Your travel plans, technology may be a little bit haywire, or a few challenges here and there. And it seems like it's been quite an interesting December so far. If you can relate to this, I know I certainly can as well, then let us know inside the chat. So, like I said, other people know that they are not alone in this. So while we have the retrogrades and while we have so many different portals that opened through December, which could have created some chaos here and there, what does this all mean to us when the full moon is blown fully wide, right? A big word. I'm going to give you guys three things to pay close attention to here. The first thing I want you guys to write down is for resolving issues. Okay. First thing is for resolving issues. Anything in this month of December that has been brought forward for your attention. It's probably things that beneath all the layers, it's always been that seed that has been there, that has been unresolved. Whether it's with certain relationships that you have, whether it be with your colleagues or your job or your boss or whatever it is, There are some things that have been hidden under the carpet. Maybe you have not yet had the courage to face it head on, and what was beneath it all has been brought up to the surface level in this month of December. So, why has it been brought up? Some people can say, oh, it's a challenging month and I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling confused. I'm lost. I don't know about my future. Right. By the way, when we get onto the point number two, it's going to help you a lot towards making those decisions. But what does it all mean? Well, the first thing is resolving. The universe will bring things up, right? The dirty work that has not been done yet, it's going to bring it up for you to actually face it head on. How you face it head on, whether you pick up the courage to face it head on or whether you decide to escape and run away, is obviously your choice. If you decide to escape and run away, know that what's under the carpet always stays under the carpet. Even when you move into 2024, what you don't or unconsciously manifest is still the things that are under the carpet because it's still there. The energy still is there. So it's a very big time for resolving issues, cleansing, clearing, right? And confronting these issues. Your biggest fears, the things you've been trying to run away from, the communications you've not wanted to have. If you do not have them and resolve them throughout this full moon portal, things will be blown even more out of proportion. So, a big sign or a big recommendation I give for everybody, we've got about 600 people tuned in right now, is to face it head on. Have courage. I know it's not easy, but my question to you is this: would you rather face something that's not easy right now and get it resolved and once and for all this communication's had? Or would you rather it lay under the carpet for many years to come and occasionally universe giving you all these challenges that may creep up from your past? Right? I know what I would choose. I would choose to face it head on right now. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be a bit of the dirty work. It's going to be something that you probably find it hard to discuss or have that communication or resolve or speak the truth. But now is the time to do so. So, the first thing this full moon, everyone needs to pay close attention to is resolving old issues. Okay. Moving on to the second thing, right? What is the second thing all about? The second thing is all about your heart and your mind. It's because all of the planets that are happening in conjunction right now with the sun and also the moon, what's it actually happening is having this conflict between the logical mind and the intuitive heart, the gut feeling or that God feeling or that God calling. Now, what's likely to happen is your heart will pull you towards something new, right? This is the natural pattern that happens towards the end of the year. It's going into the winter season, going into the new season of January for new beginnings, the new chapter. So universe is going to provide you ways of closure and moving into the new. So you're going to have new ideas. You're going to think, okay, there's certain things that I want to do, certain things that I want to achieve, certain ventures that I want to venture out into, a certain job that I want, or a new relationship that I want, or a new environment, or new country, or new city that you want to move to. And some of you may have even made those decisions to actually take that step, right? But it's very interesting because in this cold season, it's very easy to get cold feet. I'm going to say that again, right? And let me know if anyone can relate to this in your journey already during these past month, right? You have an idea, something that you want to do. You want to commit to the new version of you, the 2.0 version of you. You make that commitment, maybe whether it's mentally or even physically, and you're getting cold feet. Why is it that you're getting cold feet? It's the winter season. The cold feet is to test, is the universe's way of testing whether you are actually aligned with your new you or not. So, what we need to understand is it was the heart calling and the gut feeling and the intuitive feeling that called you towards something new. But what's naturally going to happen is because the mind acts in fear, acts in lack, acts in comfort. So what's likely to happen is your mind will really want to pull you towards what's most comfortable. Maybe the old relationship that you've been in for a long time. Maybe the old environment or the old job that you've been in for many years. Your mind is going to want to keep you safe, right? But you need to understand safe is not where growth happens. Everything will stay the same in the whole year of 2024 if you keep it safe. So when you are challenged with this heart and mind decision here, it's very important for you to ask yourself the question, okay? Is once upon a time, and this is something that really resonates with like things that I've been observing as well, is when you make a decision, that gut feeling, that God feeling, that calling, it's an intuitive feeling. It's the universe sending a message through you to pull you towards your dharma or the greatest version of you or your purpose. And then what happens is your mind tries to protect you, so tries to keep you safe and tries to keep you from harm, just keep you from the unknown. But the unknown is the growth zone, is the new 2.0 version of you. So there's a line that always goes by: if you ever feel like giving up, always remember the reason why you started. So, which comes to the question you got to ask yourself right now: why did you make the decision in the first place? Why did you start in the first place? Is it because you wanted a new version of you? Is it because you wanted a new relationship? Is it because you wanted a new direction or new path? And is it the case that you're taking one step forward, and for some reason, with these retrogrades and all this testing that's been happening from the universe in this month, it's pulled you 3 steps back? Now, if it has, it's not a problem because you're not alone. You can see many of people inside the chat already agreeing with what they can relate to right now. So you're not alone. It's a collective thing. So when that happens, what are you going to do? It's the universe's test to say, do you really want the new you? Because I think that you might just fall back into your comfort zone, the old you, your old habits, your old environment. So now you've got to face it head on to say, am I going to pick up the courage? Not do I have the courage? Am I going to pick up the courage? Am I going to face my fears? And I'm going to do it anyway because I committed to this. I'm going to follow through. I would say a lot of people who manifest a lot of miracles in their life are people who follow through with their actions, right? It's all about the follow through. It's not about taking the action. A lot of people say taking action is like 80% of success. But I say, hey, but if you don't follow through with it, many people back out, get cold feet, especially during cold winter time. So my second recommendation for you guys is to have a look out for those things, right? Your heart, your mind. Learn to surrender the human mind, then you learn to surrender the limited version of you. Learn to follow your gut, follow your intuition, follow your heart calling where it was originally taking you without thinking. That is the art of surrendering your soul to the divine, the infinite universe, which will guide you, or that godly feeling that will guide you towards your greatness. So that's the second thing that I need to make a point with. And by the way, those of you, I know I see like nearly 800 people tuned in live right now. So those of you just tuned in a little bit later, make sure to save this video so you can go back to the beginning part so that you understand all the different parts. Okay, there's 3 parts in total that I want to speak about during this full moon in Cancer, this cold full moon. Okay, this final thing, right? So we've talked about resolving things. We've also talked about the head and the heart, so the intuitive and the non-logical logic. And then what's the third thing? The third thing is to be very aware of your emotions, right? In Chinese, we have the saying, we say, 冲动是魔鬼, meaning that when we um, when we rush into things or when we are emotional about things, well, when emotions are high, I always say intelligence is low. So it makes us make the wrong decisions. So, because full moon, what it does is it amplifies all our feelings, all our emotions. And let me know, by the way, inside the chat, and let other people know so that they don't feel alone. Like I said, it's very important. We're all in this together, right? It's all about oneness, it's all about unity. Let's help each other, support each other. If you've been just feeling highly emotional about certain situations that usually you won't be emotional about, let us know inside the chat if you can relate to that. Why does that happen? Well, we talk about it every full moon. And especially when you've got 11 portals this month, it's going to make it even more amplified, right? Emotions will be a little bit vibrant all over the place. So when you see certain things or when you feel certain things, the way you react will be a lot greater than how you usually react. And you don't mean it. I know in the bottom of your soul, you want to believe in love. You want to believe in positivity. You want to believe the best in people. You want to have that trust. You want to have that faith. But always remember, when emotions are high, intelligence is low, right? All any sort of rational thinking, it goes irrational. It goes a lot of fear based. It goes a lot of lack. It doesn't go towards abundance, and it doesn't go to the abundant, infinite version of you who is most connected with the universe and the divine. So while all of this happening, what is my recommendation for all of you? Plenty of self care, self awareness, meditation practice, breath work, and gratitude. If you do these practices, I mean, we have many, many meditations on this channel. I'm sure it'll help you to whenever you flicker into negativity or negative chain of thought. That's not a problem. I mean, that's the function of your mind. It's there to protect you. So don't beat yourself up for it. But when you're aware that, hey, I'm being negative right now, practice meditation, practice breath work, practice yoga, practice what? Gratitude. Have an attitude of gratitude. If you consciously keep switching yourself towards gratitude, you will eventually switch your vibrational frequency towards the positive. Although the negative is happening and those thoughts may pop up, but you will be able to realign yourself with who you really want to be. By the way, I want to finish with this, right? Kaz, by the way, thank you for your wisdom. This is my first live. Thank you so much. Appreciate your contribution. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Right. So as I was saying, this is a very, very important time, and it's also a very temperamental time. Why? Because it's towards the end of this year. The end of this year, you need to close this chapter with high vibe positivity vibes. You need to stay away from challenges. You need to not feel challenged. You need to trust the universe. You need to believe. You need to have faith. You need to trust that everything that shows up for you is for you, and you're supposed to be on the path for your greatest destiny. If you end this year like that, the beginning of next year, because it's the biggest universal test that's happening right now, the universe will provide a lot of miracle opportunities for you. But if you find yourself worming back into your old habits, your old environment, your whole old belief, and the old life, then your 2024 is probably not going to change much from 2023 or the years before. So it's a very temperamental time because this is like the final test from the universe to be able to set yourself up for 2024. Okay, so this is the recap of everything for this particular full moon. Also, those of you who've been asking about the manifestation challenge, it's going to start in a couple of weeks' time in January to help kickstart your manifestations. So I know there's a bunch of you who have registered already. We're pretty much at full capacity right now, but we've got a few spaces left, and it's free for everybody to join. If you have not already, my recommendation is first link inside the description. Make sure to sign up for it. If you can upgrade to VIP, if you have $27, it's going to help you a lot more because obviously you'll get the guaranteed space on the Zoom, get to ask questions, we get to hang out, know each other a little bit better. You get the workbook and you get the lifetime access to the recordings. There's around 10 plus hours we're going to be hanging out live together to set your scripting, raise your vibrations, and get yourself ready for the new year. Okay, so those of you who are in the sirens right now, here in the UK, I don't know what's happening, but take that as a sign from the universe that you are on the right path. It's like an alarm, an alert. The universe is trying to wake you up right now to your greatest path, to your greatest destiny. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the 5-day manifestation challenge. Again, it's absolutely free. First link inside the description. Other than that, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody else who has contributed just now. Tiara, thank you so much. Love and prayers for you. Thank you. Thank you. HV, thank you so much for your contribution. Marian, thank you so much for your contribution. This is my first live too. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are very, very kind. By the way, all of these donations and all these contributions go directly to our orphanage, our kids in Kenya. Some of you might know, we just got back from Kenya, so I'm very excited to share the footage with you guys. Other than that, sending all of you a lot of love, prayers, and blessings. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas with your loved ones, with your friends, your family, and have a happy new year. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please do hit the thumbs up. Allow this message to get out to more people and help more people. At least this will be our very good deed we make today. Comment below, let us know where you guys have tuned in from. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to click that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way. Because this year, we're dedicated to making daily videos so you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, we are signing out. Namaste. Namo Himalaya.